Hello everyone, this is Varsha. I'm currently pursuing my BE in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering in 5th Sem CSE AI department. In this session, we will discuss about Wampus world. Let us see some of the rules and firstly, let us know what is Wampus world. Wampus world is nothing but it is a classic problem in artificial intelligence which is used to illustrate the concepts related to the knowledge-based representation, that is knowledge-based agents and reasoning. Wampus world is a cave which consists of rooms connected by passageways. Lurking somewhere in the caves is terrible Wampus, which eats anyone who enters its room. The Wampus can be shot by agent, but the agent will have only one arrow. Some rooms contains bottomless pits that will trap anyone into these rooms. But it won't trap the Wampus because Wampus is too big to fall into that pit. And the only mitigating feature of this bleak environment is probable possibility of finding the. Let us see how Wampus work. The agent can start in any random room in the Wampus world. If it senses a breeze, then it indicates that there is a nearby pit. If it smells a stench, it indicates that there is a presence of Wampus. If it senses a glitter, it indicates that there is a gold nearby it. So, if when the agent moves forward, but when it bumps into wall, it can decide whether it can go to right or it can go to left, and after deciding whether in which direction it wanted to go, it will move forward. When when it senses the goal and it grabs the goal, if it grabs the goal, if it senses any stench again, it can use the arrow. So when it decided to shoot an arrow in the direction of Wampus to hit the Wampus. So our aim is we have to avoid the pits and we have to go carefully such that we should not be eaten by Wampus, and we must grab the glow. Now let us see a diagram. So in this diagram shown, the position of the agent is 1, comma 1. That is, it starts from this 1, comma 1 position. The S indicates that stench, B indicates that breeze, and this black hole indicates that pit, and this indicates the Wampus. So this treasure box indicates that it is cold. As we know that if B is there, that is if breeze is there, it indicates that there is a nearby pit. So that the adjacent to B there is a pit. Wherever we see in the diagram, wherever there is a pit, the adjacent to the pit, the breeze is indicated. And similarly, where there is Wampus, adjacent to those Wampus, every box is indicated with S, that is stench. If we identify stench, that then we can come to conclusion that there is a nearby Wampus. And gold. Now let us see the piece of Wampus world. Piece is nothing but performance measure, environment, actuators, and sensors. Firstly, when we go to the performance measure, we can assume that for plus 1000 for climbing out of the cave with the goal, minus 1000 for falling into a pit or being eaten by the Wampus, minus 1 for each action taken, minus 10 for using up the arm. The game ends when the agent dies or the agent climbs out of the cave. These are the performance measure of Wampus World. Let us see the environment of Wampus World. The environment of Wampus World is a 4 by 4 grid of rooms. The agent always starts in the square labeled 1, 1, 1, facing to the right. The location of the goal and the Wampus are chosen randomly with a uniform distribution from the squares other than the start square. In addition, each square other than the start can be a pit with a probability of 0.2. Now, let us go with the actuators. The agent can move forward, turn left by 90 degrees, or it can turn right by 90 degrees. The agent dies a miserable death if it enters a square containing a pit or live Wampus. If an agent tries to move forward and bumps into a wall, then the agent does not move. The action grab can be used to pick up the goal. if it is in the same square as the agent. The action shot can be used to fire an arrow in a straight line in the direction of agent is facing. The arrow continues until it either hits the Wampus or hits a wall. The agent has only one arrow, so only the first shoot action has an effect. Finally, the action climb can be used to climb out of cave, but only from square 1, 1. Let us see the sensors. As we know that Wampus, if square contains Wampus and in indirectly adjacent squares, then the agent will perceive stench. In the squares directly adjacent to a pit, the agent will perceive a breeze. In the square where there is a hole, the agent will perceive a glitter. When agent walks into a wall, it will perceive a bump. When the Wampus is killed, it emits a woeful scream that can be perceived anywhere in the cave. The persons will be given to the agent program in the form of a list of symbols so that it contains stench, breeze, glitter, bump, and scream. For example, if there is a stench and a breeze but no glitter, bump, or scream, the agent program will get that stench, breeze, none, none, none. Here, the three nuns indicates that there is no glitter, no bump, and no scream. Here, A indicates agent, B also indicates agent, G indicates glitter or cold, OK is safe, P is pit, S is stench, and B is visited, W is Wampus. Now, let us start our game. When we enters 1, 1, it is safe. Why? Because nothing is there. Now, when we move to B 2, 1, we can sense a breeze. So we must have a doubt that the pit is in either 2, 2 or 3, 1. So we will go to the position 1, 2. Now, let us see with the B. When we go to the 1, 2, so it is containing stench, and it is containing stench. So we can come to the conclusion that there is a Wampus near 1, 3 or 2, 2. So as in 1, 2, there is no trees, we can come to conclusion that 2, 2 doesn't have pit. So let us go with 2, 2. Now when we go with 2, 2, we can sense nothing. So it is safe. So we can go with either 3, 2 or 2, 3. When we go with 2, 3, we are indicating glitter. That is, we found the gold and we won the game. We can characterize that the Wampus environment is clearly a discrete, static, and single agent. Because the Wampus doesn't move, fortunately, it is sequential. Because rewards may come only after many actions are taken. It is partially observable because some aspects of the state are not directly perceivable. The agent's location, the Wampus state of health, and the availability of an arrow. As for the location of the pits and Wampus, we could treat them as unobserved parts of the state that happen to be immutable, in which case the transition model for the environment is completely known. We could say that the transition model itself is unknown because the agent doesn't know which forward actives are fragile, in which case discovering the location of pits, Wampus completes the agent's knowledge of the transition model. For an agent in the environment, the main challenge is its initial ignorance of configuration of environment. Overcoming this ignorance seems to require local reasoning. Occasionally, the agent must choose between going home empty random and risking to find the goal. About 21% of the environments are utterly unfair because it is surrounded by the gold or pits. Thank you.